Namo Guru Lokeshvaraya. Universal being enriched with supreme power, please look at me with compassion. Perfect, pure treasure of compassion, please be my guide and save me. I request the transcendental, sublime, compassionate-eyed one. Please be my captain, liberating me from the great oceans of beginningless samsara. When I am obscured by the darkness of ignorance, please be my illuminating light, compassionate-eyed one. When I have a blazing fire of anger towards my enemies, please be the waterfall that extinguishes, compassionate-eyed one. When I have violent waves of attachment towards my friends, please cause me to realize the ultimate nature, compassionate-eyed one. When I am bound to my possessions by the knot of miserliness, please be my manager of giving, compassionate-eyed one. When I am intoxicated by the life poisonous delusions, please be my king of medicines, compassionate-eyed one. When I am disturbed and frightened at the time of death, please show me your face, introducing self-nature, compassionate-eyed one. When I am surrounded by the karmic messengers of Yama, please be my refuge and guide, compassionate-eyed one. When I am traveling the unknown, dangerous path of the intermediate state, please be my close relative, compassionate-eyed one. When I am seeking and wandering indefinitely, please take me to the Pure Land, compassionate-eyed one. When I am experiencing the suffering of karma in the womb, please be the tent of light for me, compassionate-eyed one. When I have taken the body of an unknowing baby, please be my virtuous friend, compassionate-eyed one. When I always visualize you on my crown, please make offerings to you, please be my root guru, compassionate-eyed one. When I meditate and praise you, please be my divine-sealed deity, compassionate-eyed one. When I experience bad conditions, outer and inner obstacles, please be my Dharma protector and pacify them, compassionate-eyed one. When my mind is tormented by ill health, hunger, and thirst, and poverty, please grant me attainment of all my wishes, compassionate-eyed one. When I request with the continuous sound of the 6 syllables of my midday home embracing your ears, please always look at me with compassion, compassionate-eyed one. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Direct and devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, is like a shadow follows the body. Results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, we must be always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativity. Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. The uncertain there cannot be relied upon. Using these shortcomings, we generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, and relentless great caution arise. The root of the teachings of keeping the party moksha vows. These must be to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all other migratory beings. These must be to see this train in supreme bodhicitta, we have the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 steps of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. From a clear recognition of this, we must need to practice the bodhisattva vows will get energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects, quickly analyze the meaning of reality. Please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream, the path of combining special insight. Having become a pure vessel by draining in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate one, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the grace of accomplishing 2 attainments of keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become public convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. And then having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, progressing doing the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, and spiritual friendship, which friendship practice of long lives. Please bless me to practice completely all inner hindrances. All my life, never separated from perfect gurus. I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, completing the qualities of stations and paths, to attain the state of Vajradhara. I instantaneously arise with the holy body of the great compassionate one. Om Bam the great Hum Om Subhava Shuddha Sava Dhamma Subhava Shuddha Om. The offering substances become just empty. But more than emptiness, from broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow special uncontaminated bliss. We go for refuge to the lame enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge to the lame enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge to the lame enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, as the heart of enlightenment is achieved. With perseverance, acting with the compassion and loving kindness to the presence of the Buddhas, benefit ascended beings and earth, thought of enlightenment. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness to the presence of the Buddhas, benefit ascended beings and earth, thought of enlightenment. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha, and the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness to the presence of the Buddhas, benefit as any beings that are the thought of enlightenment. Rays of light emanate from the white tree, rest in the moon disk at the heart of oneself, visualized as the great compassionate one. Invoking from the natural abode, Guriya Arya, great compassionate one, having the aspect of 11 faces, surrounded by the lineage gurus, assembly of deities of the great compassionate one, and an assembly of meditational deities, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakas, and Dakinis, Dharma protectors and guardians, all abiding in the space before me, on a wide stemmed, 1,000-petaled lotus. embodying all Buddhas and holders of the Vajra, roots of the three sublime ones to all gurus and prostrate. One never tires of seeing your Vajra body's beauty, its qualities beyond thought to gurus' forms I prostrate. Glorious Brahma like speech was like the mighty lion, terrifies non-godly hearers to Guru's speech I prostrate. Wisdom of bliss and voidness, like spaces free of concepts, dwelling in purple freedom, to Guru's mind I prostrate. Sugata's Dharmakaya, you see all six realms beings. 11th head pervades all, Amita I prostrate. Who ups according to need, with eyes of thousand Buddhas, with arms of thousand monarchs, to Chinrizig I prostrate. Dakini Lakshman Karam, Hari and Dahwajunu, Yeshizun Buddha Gyaltsin, Nabanyaj I prostrate. Chenreizig's great compassion, Manjushi's mindful knowing, Tsongkhapa Chulap sages, O Chenreizig, lineage I prostrate. Lozandraba I prostrate. Yeah. Wording with great compassion, oceans of boundless merit, founders who are all knowing, Tathagatas I prostrate. The path of sublime meaning, which frees us from our passions, frees us from suffering realms, to Dharma's peace I prostrate. Abiding in three trainings, sure in the path of freedom, endowed with realization, sublime Sangha I prostrate. I am born into the Shaka clan, destroyer of all evils, formed like a golden mountain, true Shaka's king I prostrate. A refuge for the guideless, you prevent untimely death. Chief of the guides of this world, Amita, yes, I prostrate. Bhagavan with great compassion, you cleanse a poison sickness. Purify bad migrations, help us Bodha, I prostrate. Here with youthful appearance, adorned with lamp of wisdom, dispel darkness of three worlds, to Manjra Shri I prostrate. Much praised by all the Buddhas, vast merits you collected. Even the name Chenrezig, always to you I prostrate. Sangater Hanijinor Pamagawa Dong Yoshap. Into you hala hala, Chenrezig I prostrate. Bagindur Jechu Wancha, Dringona Hardy Hardy. Aryas of 10 directions, all Chenrezigs I prostrate. Tari frees from samsara, to Tari from the 8 years. Tari frees from all disease, Mother Tara I prostrate. You scare as Mahabala, his mantra king, your virtues. Taming all the unsubdued, Vajrapani I prostrate. Equaling all the atoms of earth, my body's prostrate. Confidence unshaking to all those worthy of praise. Moment to the youthful Arya Shri. You lions among humans, of past, present, and future, in all corners of this world, with all my three doors I bow. By power of this prayer, seeing Buddhas directly, I bow to them with bodies as many as all atoms. On each atom are Buddhas as many as all atoms. Like this I have conviction that everywhere are Buddhas, acclaiming all these Buddhas with endless oceans of praise. Ocean-like melodious sounds, I sing Sugata's praises, the best of all the flowers, garlands, symbols, and ointments, lamps, parasols, and incense, I offer to the conquerors. Supreme fragrances, garments, and medicines, exquisite things well displayed, I offer to the conquerors. With strong faith and good actions, I prostrate to all conquerors, and offer them these offerings, extensive and unsurpassed. Offering goddesses arise from the feet, one's hard to make offerings. O Maria Lugivara Zaparivara Hardam Pradija Zoham. O Maria Lugivara Zaparivara Bhadyam Pradija Maria Lugishvara Sabariwan Ujbe Bradija Zoha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Dube Bradija Zoha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Luge Bradija Zoha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Gende Bradija Zoha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Nevidye Bradija Zoha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Jabda Bradija Jingam Bujo Nanda Domea Nanda Gizaji Om Nanda Regia Hidari Goyugi Gorwe Hozo Riga Bari Ram Jal Babo Loa Zembuling Nubaland Dandraminian Ludan Lubanaya Denaya Yedendalan Juju Draminian Draminian Gida Rinpoche Riwa Bazangi Dojo Iba Namo Bailata Polo Rinpoche Nobo Rinpoche Sunbo Rinpoche Lambo Rinpoche Nambo Rinpoche Dabyo Rinpoche Mambo Rinpoche Dejendo Yibon Bhagye Madhurwa Malu Magama Meda Madhubama Nangama Driduma Vimadawa Rinpoche Shule number Gewigilzen Uzuladami Bedru Bunzum Zubama Zawamiba Ninyo no Hawarida Drinjan Zawarangi Bajibe Nalamadam Dangi Badu Yambaju Tuje Jempola Tuguran Jebana Jingambu Agyo Duje Droedan Duje Zuzo Bene Nanda Zodroa Mange Namge Taranyambe Zenjen Tamjela Tugzewa Jembo Gone Jingila Duzo Dajibogi Dogi Dom Ling Nidai Sargindum Medebu Argim Rogunandajilam Savajodagijadam Mazungeyo Uzurmanzaruvan Dingilovelename Kudzedelman Anganyamyalan Begiruwada Dayamalum Zordajidanen Yoduzangedobam Ingelo Viramburanandavagamniyadayami. Whatever evil I have done with my body, speech, and mind, or unbearable of attachment, hatred, and confusion, ignorance, I confess them all individually. The dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazabazagadan, Sagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, the dedication to Barada Bayana, Bazabazagarinji Gatan on Jaxalo, on the Bhagavade Ranikara, Jagada, the Mixan Buraya. Tere hamra ne rane mara ne rane bijaye soha namo bhagavate rane kete rajaya tere kare ari dunu praya tere hamra ne rane mara ne rane bijaye soha namo bhagavate rane kete rajaya tere kare ari dunu mixam praya tere hamra ne rane mara ne rane bijaye soha namo bhagavate rane kete rajaya tere kare ari dunu mixam praya tere hamra ne rane mara ne rane bijaye soha namo bhagavate rane kete rajaya tere kare ari dunu mixam praya Ram Rani Rani Mara Rani Vijay Zoham Namo Bhagavate Rani Jigara Jayata Jigara Hara Dani Mixamburayam Hedam Rani Rani Mara Rani Vijay Zoham Namo Bhagavate Rani Jigara Jayata Jigara Hara Dani Mixamburayam Hedam Rani Rani Maharani Rani Vijay Zoham. Om Namo Manju Shri He Namo Su Shri He Namo Shri He Zoham Om Namo Manju Shri He Namo Su Shri He Namo Shri He Zoham Om Namo Manju Shri He Namo Su Shri He Namo Shri He Zoham. I attend the Gajayati at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I attend the Gajayati at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I attend the Gajayati at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the founder Bhagavan Harahagara, Falakal Buddhist Buddha, Galis Kaka Shakamiri Buddha, I prostrate. Tadagara, thoroughly destroy the Buddha, I prostrate. Tadagara, rage will I prostrate. The King Wilvanagas I prostrate. Tadagara, army of heroes I prostrate. Tadagara, light of hero I prostrate. Tadagara, through fire I prostrate. Tadagara, jewel moonlight I prostrate. Tadagara, meaningful to see I prostrate. Tadagara, jewel moon I prostrate. Tadagara, stainless one I prostrate. Tadagara, with courage I prostrate, I got a pure one I prostrate. Ragada bestowed with purity I prostrate. Ragada water God I prostrate. Ragada deity of the water God I prostrate. Ragada glorious goodness I prostrate. Ragada glorious sin of what I prostrate. Ragada influence splendor I prostrate. Ragada glorious light I prostrate. To that Ragada sorrowless glory I prostrate. Ragada glory Ragada son of long craving I prostrate. Ragada glorious flower I prostrate. Ragada pure lightless by play I prostrate. Ragada glorious lightless gloom by play I prostrate. Ragada glorious wealth I prostrate. Let a glorious mindfulness I prostrate, look at a glorious one, in the glorious name mighty renowned I prostrate, look at the king from the victory, ben and foremost power I prostrate. Look at a glorious one, totally subduing I prostrate, look at a victorious battle I prostrate. Look at a glorious strength in us, subduing I prostrate, look at a glorious manifestation, illuminating all I prostrate, look at also doing Lord Lotus I prostrate. Look at a heart, look at a pity Buddha, King Lord of the Mountains, firmly seated on the Jim Lotus I prostrate. The Bhagavan had a heart of the Gita Buddha. The words Gopher Shakti Mini Buddha I prostrate. Then I got a slowly destroying body essence I prostrate. Then I got a radiant jewel I prostrate. Then I got a King Lord of the Logas I prostrate. Then I got army of heroes I prostrate. Then I got a lighted jewel I prostrate. Then I got a radiant jewel fire I prostrate. Then I got a jewel moonlight I prostrate. Then I got a jewel meaning Lucy I prostrate. Then I got a jewel moon I prostrate. Then I got a stainless one I prostrate. Then I got a son of the courage I prostrate. Then I got a pure one I prostrate. Then I got a bestowed of purity I prostrate. Then I got a water god I prostrate. Then I got a deity of the water god I prostrate. Or then I got a meaningful. Then I got a glorious goodness I prostrate. Then I got a glorious sandal what I prostrate. And then I got a splendor I prostrate. Then I got a glorious light I prostrate. Then I got a sorrowless glory I prostrate. Then I got a glory. They're gonna send the caving a prostrate, the glorious flower prostrate, they're gonna put the on my play prostrate. They're gonna lot of letters clear on web play prostrate, they're gonna glorious wealth prostrate, they're gonna glorious mindfulness prostrate, they're gonna glorious the mighty renowned prostrate, they're gonna king of the victory banner, foremost power prostrate. They're gonna glorious one totally subduing a prostrate, they're gonna victorious in battle I prostrate, they're gonna glorious strength to subduing a prostrate. Through that, how they're gonna glorious manifestations living all I prostrate, I got a glorious also doing Jewel Lotus I prostrate, I got a heart of looking pity Buddha, in Lord of Mountains, probably seated the Jewel Lotus I prostrate. The found the Bhagavan had a heart of looking pity Buddha, Louis Conqueror Shakamini Buddha I prostrate, I got a thoroughly destroying the body essence I prostrate. That I got a radiant jewel I prostrate, that I got a king of the Nagas I prostrate, that I got a army of heroes I prostrate, that I got a light of hero I prostrate. To that I got a you fire prostrate, that I got jewel moon I prostrate, that I got a meaningful to see I prostrate, that I got jewel moon I prostrate, that I got a stainless one I prostrate. To that had I got a sword of the courage I prostrate, that I got a pure one I prostrate, that I got a sword of purity I prostrate, that I got a water god I prostrate, that I got a deity of the water god I prostrate, that I got a glorious goodness I prostrate, that I got a glorious sandalwood I prostrate, that I got infinite splendor I prostrate, that I got a glorious light I prostrate, that I got a sorrowless glory I prostrate. That I got a son of non craving I prostrate, that I got a glorious flower I prostrate, that I got a pure light and disclose known by play I prostrate, that I got a lotus light disclose known by play I prostrate, that I got a glorious wealth I prostrate, that I got a glorious mindfulness I prostrate, that I got a glorious name body renowned I prostrate, that I got a king of the victory banner for much power I prostrate, that I got a glorious mentality subduing I prostrate, that I got utterly victorious in battle I prostrate, that I got a glorious tendency subduing I prostrate, to that had I got a glorious manifestation for mega I prostrate, I got also doing the lotus I prostrate. Vidragara had provided bit of a glorious King Lord of the Mountains, seated on Julian on the prostrate. The Bhagavan thought I had a heart, but forget bit of a glorious realms, glorious clicking and face and signs I prostrate. The Bhagavan thought I had a good, but forget bit of a King Lord melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill. Jordan's Lord, Jules, and Lotus I prostrate. The Bhagavan thought I had a heart, but forget bit of a same as excellent gold, illuminating jewel who accomplishes all conduct I prostrate. The Bhagavan had a heart, but forget bit of a glorious supreme one for himself, I prostrate the Bhagavan had a heart, but forget bit of a glorious ocean of proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate the Bhagavan had a heart, but forget bit of a stake within with a play of supreme wisdom and ocean of Dharma, I prostrate the Bhagavan had a heart, but forget bit of a glow medicine deity, clean cloth, sapphire light, I prostrate. All you 35 Buddhas, seven medicine Buddhas and others, and many Tathagata at heart, with Vedic Buddhas, there are existing, sustaining, and guiding. In all the world systems, the 10 directions, all you Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. This life and all their states of rebirth, whence I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives, the directions I have created, made others created, and in the creation of. The representative of stupa, representative of sangha, representative of sangha, the 10 directions I have appropriated. This appropriated direction, the appropriation of, which are from one of the 5 actions, immediate retribution I have done, cause to be done, or direction the doing of, whichever the 10 non-virtuous passive actions I have engaged in, this to engage in, or direction the engaging of. Whatever I have done being obscured by these karmas, it causes me to be born and descend to being in the hell realm, the animal realm, and the preta realm, the irreligious country, the barbarian is long life God. The perfect faculties holding wrong views and not being pleased with Buddhist descent. Presence of the Buddha Bhagavans or transcendental wisdom, or eyes or witnesses who are valid. In mission consciousness, I am made to confess all these negativities. And not conceal them nor hide them, and for now in the future I'll abstain and refrain from giving them again. All Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me in this life and all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives. The virtue which are created by generosity, even these will sit in this one mouthful of food of the being born in the animal realm. The virtue which are created by doubting morality, with a virtue created by following pure conduct, the virtue which are created by fully repeating sentient beings, which are virtue created by doubting bodhicitta, the virtue which are created by my unsurpassed transcendental wisdom. All these assembled and gathered, combined together, I fully dedicate the unsurpassed, the unexcelled, to the higher, to the higher, to the higher, superior, to the superior. So completely dedicated to the highest, perfect, complete enlightenment. Maybe it's Buddha Bhagavans, the fully dedicated. Future Buddha Bhagavans will fully dedicate to the presently abiding Buddha Bhagavans, the fully dedicating to dedicate fully. I confess all negativities individually, rejoice in all merits, rejoice and request all the Buddhas. They achieve the supreme, holy, fearless, transcendental wisdom. The conqueror is the best of humans, those living in the present time, living in the past, and likewise come. All those of qualities as vast as an infinite ocean with hands folded, I approach for refuge. Woe is me, O great Guru Vadadara, and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions, and all the venerable Sangha, please pay attention to me. I am named as the Gache, circle and semi-circle, speaking in this time, at the present, by mental afflictions, with the detachment, hatred, and ignorance, if I mean the body, speech, and mind. Created the 10 non-virtuous actions, I have engaged in the 5 karmas, the 5 year on the depth of negative karmas. I transgressed the vows of deliberation, transgressed the vows of Bodhisattvas, and transgressed the Maya mantra. I've been disrespectful to my parents, been disrespectful to my father masters and my abbot. I've been disrespectful to my spiritual friends living in the nation. I've committed Lakshmanpala, the 3-year-old blind ones, abandoned the holy Dharma, criticized the Arya Sangha, harmed sentient beings, and so on. These and other many other virtuous actions I have done, I've got others to do, and there's in doing, and so forth. The presence of the great Guru Vajradhara and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions and the venerable Sangha, I admit this entire collection of faults and transgressions that are obstacles to my own higher rebirth and liberation, and cause this cycle existence in miserable lower rebirths. And do not conceal them and I accept them as negative. I promise to refrain from doing these actions again in the future. By confessing and acknowledging them, I will attain and abide in happiness. When I'm not confessing and acknowledging them, true happiness will not come. I rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers, hero soul training, those beyond, and of all transmigratory beings. You who are the bright lights of world in 10 directions, who obtain the Buddha's admission to the stage of awakening, all you who are my guides, please in the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you actualize fairy nirvana. Please stay with us for in some of those items of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all the wanderers in samsara. Whatever lies late virtue I've accumulated by prostrating, offering, all confessing, rejoicing, and resting, effect all the full awakening. Umamugajila Zambara Bara Bara Majura Zara Baba Vivushid Urza Dara Dara Zamanda Volgide Umbe Zuham Umamugajila Zambara Bara Bara Majura Zara Baba Vivushid Dara zamanda bulgide umbezuham. Om Namo Gajila Zambara Bara Bara Mahajira Zanabala Vibhujida Ujadara Dara Zamanda Valgide Umezu. Dara Zamanda Valgide Umezu. And maintain faultless morality of the Dharma rules and immaculate morality. I complete the perfection of moral conduct by keeping morality purely and untainted by pride. He also the means of happiness and the causes of happiness. He also the things we fear from suffering and the causes of suffering. He also the beings ever be separated from the happiness and knows no suffering. He also the beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. He also the beings of happiness and the causes of happiness. He also the beings who fear from suffering and the causes of suffering. He also the beings never be separated from happiness and knows no suffering. He also the beings abide in equanimity, fear of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. He also the means of happiness and the causes of happiness. He also the beings free from suffering and the causes of suffering. He also the beings never be separated from happiness and knows no suffering. He also the beings abide in the equanimity, fear of attachment, and hatred for those held close and distant. The deities of the field of merit, collecting merit, return to their own abodes. The natures of myself, the deity to be meditated upon, and all phenomena are an essence of one taste of emptiness. In the sphere of emptiness, the aspect of the tone of the mantra Mani Padme Hum resounds, pervading the realm of space. My mind, in the aspect of the undifferentiable suchness of myself and the deity, becomes a moon mandala upon which the very aspect of the tone of the mantra, resounding in space, is set down, having the form of written syllables like very pure mercury adhering to grains of gold. That completely transforms into a thousand-petaled lotus as brilliant as refined gold, marked at the center by the mantra Mani Padme Hum. From the tips of multicolored light rays emitted from the moon, lotus, and mantra, innumerable holy bodies of the Avalokiteshvara spread out, pervading all the realms of space. Great clouds of miraculously emanated offerings are beautifully offered to the Buddhas and their children. From yet another great emanated cloud, a continuous rain of nectar descends, extinguishing the fires of suffering of all migrators of the hells and other realms. They are satisfied with bliss and become Avalokiteshvara. Then the light rays, along with the bodies of the deity, return and enter into one's own mind in the aspect of the moon mandala, lotus, and mantra garland. These transform into a multicolored lotus and moon seat, upon which oneself arises as the Arya Avalokiteshvara with a white-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is a wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, a third eye, and orange hair standing upright. On the crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect, devoid of ornaments, with its own neck. The first two hands are folded at the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghosts by sending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of getting sublime realizations. And the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands, as soft as lotus petals, are in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. In the palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion, nor below the knees. An antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. I am endowed with the golden belt and with the jewels, and beautified with locks of orange hair. I have a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets, wear garments of various colored silks, and radiate rays of white light. At the crown of the central head is a white Om, at the throat a red Ah, at the heart a blue Hum. Upon a moon mandala at the heart is a white Hri, with a long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Bad Bawai Soham. 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 Light rays radiate from the Hri at the heart, invoking from the natural abode Arya Lokiteshvara, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Om Arya Lokiteshvara Saparivara Parasamaya Jaho. They become the undual of oneself, the commitment being. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri at one's heart, invoking the empowering deities, the five Buddha families with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. Om Panchaguna Saparivahagam Pradijazuham. Om Panchaguna Saparivahagam Pradijazuham. Om Panchaguna Saparivahagam Pradijazuham. Om Panchagula Saparivara Dube Pradijazuham. Om Panchagula Saparivara Luge Pradijazuham. Om Panchagula Saparivara Gyande Pradijazuham. Om Panchagula Saparivara Nivirye Pradijazuham. Om Panchagula Saparivara Jada Pradijazuham. All Tadadakaras, please bestow the empowerment upon me. Requested thus, the goddess dressed in white and the others, who were mated from the Tathagata's hearts, hold aloft vases filled with nectar and say, just as at the very time of birth the David offered ablution to the Buddha, so do I with pure divine water offer ablution to the holy body. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all the defilements are purified. From the transformation of the excess water remaining in the crown, the head becomes adorned with the Rabitama on the crown, who is the very nature of one's guru. Blue Akshobhya on the forehead, yellow Ratnasambhava behind the right ear, white Vairocana at the back, and green Amoga Siddhi behind the left ear. On a moon cushion at one's heart is the exalted wisdom being Aryabhalokiteshvara with a white-colored body, one face and two hands. The right hand is the mudra bestowing sublime realizations, left held lotus at his heart. The moon cushion at his heart is marked by the concentration being, a white hri, the long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Manda Great Home The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness as room syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each, the available all melts into light from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, to function to bestow a special uncontaminated bliss. Om Harvama Om Padimam Vishvayam Dubeyam Alagyam Gendayam Nividyam Shabdam Maya Lugivara Sabahi Vahagam Pradijaluham Maya Lugivara Sabahi Vahamaryam Pradijaluham Maya Lugivara Sabahi Vahamishde Pradijaluham Maria Lugivara Sabari Wakadube Bradijaluwa. Maria Lugivara Sabari Wakadube Bradijaluwa. Maria Lugivara Sabari Wakadebe Bradijaluwa. Maria Lugivara Sabari Warane Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Wam Abda Highly venerated by all the Buddhas, you accumulated all holy qualities and will confer the name of Avalokiteshvara, approach with the always merciful one. Om Guru Zavadada Gaya Bhakjita Varabana Mina Zavadada Gada Varabana Guru Mazamariji Mazamariji On a moon disk at one's heart is the concentration being the syllable Hari, surrounded by garlands of the mantras to be recited, white in color and sitting clockwise. Light rays radiate from them, filling all the inside of one's body and purifying all negativities and obscurations. Light rays radiate outwards from an incalculable assembly of the deities, the great compassionate one, are emitted, purifying the negativities and obscurations of all sentient beings, and setting them in the state of our Svara. We then collect back and dissolve into the Hari at one's heart. Namo Radhadraya Namaya Jano Saigara Varuja Burajaya Tadagadoya Hade Samyak Sambuddha Nama Sarva Tadagadevya Hadevyam Samya Sambuddhaya Namarya Buraya Buri Sadvaya Mahazadvaya Mahagaruni Dayada Om Narada Diri Diri Duru Idivade Sale Sale Brazale Brazale Uzume Uzumavare Limile Zidibala Mabana Yesoha Ramdara. The mandala becomes just empty. From that emptiness, a white broom radiating 5-colored light rays separates from the Hri at my heart and comes to rest on the side of the mandala. It transforms into a multicolored lotus on which rests the multicolored cross of Vajra. Upon its central hub is the inestimable mansion, composed of a variety of jewels. It is square with 4 doors and 4 archways. In the middle of that is an 8-petaled lotus, at the center of which is a precious throne, upon which are variegated lotus and moon. On each of the petals in the 4 directions is a moon seat. Upon the central cushion is a white syllable Hri, which becomes the white 8-petaled lotus as brilliant as refined gold, and marked by the syllable Hri. Light rays radiate from it, making offerings to the Arya beings and enacting the welfare of all sentient beings. They collect back, and from the transformation arises Ariela Valikitishvara, with a white-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is the wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, a third eye and orange hair standing upright. On its crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect, devoid of ornaments, and with its own neck. The first 2 hands are folded at the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost by sending down a stream of nectar, the mudra of gaining sublime realizations, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands, as soft as lotus petals, are in the mudra of gaining sublime realizations. In the palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion nor below the knees. An antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. He is endowed with a golden belt adorned with jewels, and is beautified with locks of orange hair. He has a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets, wears garments of various colored silks, and radiates rays of white light. In the east from home, blue Akshobhya, right hand pressing the earth, left equipoise. In the south from Drum, yellow Ratnasambhava, right hand giving the sublime, left equipoise. In the west from Om, right Varajana, with the mudra of supreme enlightenment. In the north from Ma, green Amoga city, right hand granting refuge, left in the mudra of equipoise. They are all beautified with beautiful precious ornaments and garments of various silks, and seated with their legs in the Vajra posture. Upon a lotus and moon disk at the heart of the principal deity is the white Hari, from which light rays radiate, invoking from the Potala in the southern direction. Arya Avalokiteshvara are surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. Maria Lopez They become non-dual with the commitment beings. The crowns of all the deities are marked by a white home, their throats by a red ah, and their hearts by a blue home. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri of the central deity's heart, invoking the empowering deities of 5 Buddha families, with Amitabha as their principal together with their retinues. Panchagula Saparivardam Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardam Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardam Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardube Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardhaluge Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardhagende Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardhagende Pradijazuham Panchagula Saparivardhagende All Tara goddess, please bestow the empowerment upon him. Requested thus, the goddess dressed in white and the others who emitted from the goddess' hearts, hold aloft vases filled with nectar and say, just as at the very time of the birth, the devas offered ablution to the Buddha, so do I with pure divine water offer ablution to the holy body. Om Zawadada Gadabhishekada Samayavya. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all defilements are purified. From a transformation, the excess water remaining in the crown. The head becomes adorned with Amitabha on the crown, Akshobhya on the forehead, Radhasambhava behind the right ear, and Vairocana at the back, and the Mogasiti behind the left ear. Ba Nanda Great Home Be Sabawa Shudo Zawa Dhamma Sabawa Shudo Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each, the syllable Om melts into light from which arise, drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agama, Om Padima, Om Pushbeam, Dubeam, Om Alagam, Om Gyandeam, Om Nevadyam, Om Shabdam, Om Rupa, Om Shabdam, Om Gyandeam, Om Rasa, Om Svarsa, Gyawa gyatso chu le drove, shingam gyatso chu yon gyatso so, yonden gyatso gyawa gorje lang, leba gyatso bolu jesu so, o Maria Lugi vara sabare wa, argam bradi jazu han. Gyawa gyatso shutele drobe, shingam gyatso shabzil gyatso zu, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjela, deba gyatso bulu jesu zu, o maya lugis vara sabari vara, adyam badi jazu han. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso mito gyatso zum, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, deba gyatso bolu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, Ujbe brade jazuha. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso dubo gyatso zum, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, leba gyatso bulu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, Ube brade jazuha. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso nangzil gyatso zum, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, deba gyatso bulu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, aloke brade jazuha. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso drijab gyatso zo, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, deba gyatso bulu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, yende brade jazuha. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso shelze gyatso zum, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, deba gyatso bulu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, nevedye brade jazuha. Gyawa gyatso jizile droben, lingam gyatso robo gyatso zo, yonden gyatso gyawa gorjelam, deba gyatso bulu jesu zum, o Maria Lugis vara sabari vara, shada bradi jazuha. Zunam jingdu gyube zangela, namaran jin mebe sujudi, dungir me zangi bulana, Gentugi Jesu, O Maria Lugishvara Sapariva, Ruba Bratija Zuha, Zona Jindu Girbe Zangela, Lenderanjin Mebe Yanyendi, Nandang Yerme Zemgi Bulana, Yerme Jemdugi Jesus. O Maria Lugishvara Zapariwa Sada Gradija Zoham Zoran Shindu Girbe Sangela Nana Ramjit Me Pedri Jode Nanda Girme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Gentugi Jesus O Maria Lugishvara Zapariwa Yende Pradija Zoham Zona Shindu Girbe Sangela Namaram Shime Beiro Joti Nandan Yirme Zemgi Bulana Yerme De Gentugi Jesus O Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Raza Pratija Zuham Zona Shindu Girbe Sangela Nala Ramji Mebe Rek Jogdi Nanda Girme Zengi Bulana Mede Chentugi Jesuzo O Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Varza Pradija Zuham Natsu Wambo Juda Ramjara Gamarigna Dewe Gyurbe Gozarin Jindalo Jamjirbu Zubadambe Jui Gyambarsho Om Badra Vajdraya Om Zoham Gyawatzende Ranjin Gendemjir Genshin Gyamba Mizoyam Rinchen Genju Puwe Drogungi Senbe Genbe Gulu Tobarsho Om Bhadra Lamgara Babhushani Aum Zoham Hinjin Zebe Trashi Bumbadi Latsu Chugi Kande Puwai Leram Yomon Yona Dunjane Jandu Zemgi Lengi Lambarjum Sadakalasha. Jingam Buhoju Nanda Domea Om Jindagi Daji Om Zaregi Om Jidari Moyugi Kurwe Uzu Ligaburi Rab Yalu Babo Lo Zambuling Lu Balanju Chandra Minyan Luda Luba Nayanda Nayadre Yudandalan Jojo Draminyan Dandraminyan Gita Vinbajeri Wabandam Gijin Dojo Yeba Mamo Bailodam O Lord in Bushe, Noble in Bushe, Good Lord in Bushe, Lord in Bushe, Lord in Bushe, Dajog in Bushe, Mabon in Bushe, Dijon Boye Bumba, Saka Dawa Rinpoche Du Jule Number Gyawe Gyalzen Uzularami Bajabum Zundo Bama Zawa Me Bazani Nidawa Nida Dren Zawarangi Bajebe Belden Lama Dambanandam Kebadu Yambadu Juje Jembola Zugoran Jebana Majingam Wagyu Tuje Joe Dunduje Zuzuje Nedan Dakdudroa Mange Namgi Taran Yambe Jendam Jela Duze Wajin Burgoni Jingila Duzo Zajibo Meido Brahmri Ravli Sangyeendum Videvuagi Rugunandajiva Shubharudagi Jadam Mozungiwe Yudranyen Barzum Udamon Jujem Abamiba Bugi Legim Uzumazadruva Jingilo Beldelame Buddha Ankanyam Yonam Vigiyowadam Ajemalum Sozadidane Yuru Zangedupam Ingiro Viramburnamandalavinayadayam 1,000 arms are 1,000 wheel-turning kings, 1,000 eyes, the eggs, 1,000 Buddhas. Brought to enough for praise, the benevolent Electrivar who shows whatever is needed to subdue does it be subdued. Although the Dharmakaya is inseparable like space, he formed bodies separately visible like rainbows. Brought to enough for praise, the fine families found a bliss to obtain mastery over method and wisdom. Streams of nectar descend from the fingers of both the self and front generations, filling the vase with the nectar of exalted wisdom. Namburadnadrayaya Namarya Jaman Jaigaravarajan Burajaya Tadagadayam Arhade Samyak Sambuddhaya Namazarva Tadagadevya Samya Sambhurevya Namarya Valgita Suraya Bodhisattvaya Mahasattvaya Mahagarunika Dayada Vondaradavra Diri Diri Duru Duru Idevade zale zale, brazale brazale, guzume guzuma ware yiling nele zdeval abana yezwan. These altered wisdom beings of the self-generation absorbed into the front generation. Upon a lotus and moon disc at the crown of my head is Bhukshini Lakshmi, just as Arnantia. The hands folded at her heart, she intercedes the merit field on my behalf. Om Jidengum Buddha Jagsalom Jigden Loma Ziba Zungir Babu Loizo Hodedan Zumberu Bam Zube Gyajo Dube Ruba Ziba Ziden Zungi Gamba Jalada Zilum Dejavam Gure Guzan Zenpa Gure Jena Wada Ye Yugen Zenpa Jagye Jogjin Nida Dergom Zerwabo Jagyon Zergi Bame Nambargin Babu Dijam Rabben Grandma Mother Babu Jaregi Boda Wata Boards and Babu Jengi Baba Judu Zanging Yang Babo Gawadong Danam Gardring Eden Babu Dream Yojan Mudi Zambo Zebabu Zebeo Zergyareng Marbogen Babu Padmezudajani Mawajibabo Dugi Dringi Dandan Jing Jambabo Rinjal Mambo Bombani Gambabo Lume Joda Jakil Jing Jambabo Rida Benu Mayu Bhagababo Yanjadu Bongek Jing Yanam Jangwabo Bame Julane Babu De Wingoni Bame Dapta Jumbabu Ziggy Gerab Jumona Bordre Babu the Zordri Bevre Jam Jum Tabs in Babu Turbekyandro the Gentile Zimbabwe Janye Zonam Mambanya Warzababo Gadu de Wejune Gane Zawabo Zundar Zijinga Chuchuparamba. Oh, my prostrate to the protector of the world, you and the guru of the world, praise to the three realms. This is a flawless glittering pearls, you were doing the beautiful light, red at dawn. Your arms are ranging upon lotuses, youth, and the color of clouds. Your two shoulders are under the angels, your palms are smooth as young and the best of leaves. You left to rest the crystal body slope skin, you wear alluring your expressions and ornaments. You do on a supreme stainless lotus, as if your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You a sublime golden velvet of the jewels. You wear exquisite cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom called the allegation. You have collected a multitude of merit while this supreme state. Source of constant bliss to the spiral of aging disease, the 12 triple limit and still of age those during space. Human body being victim in battle with Mars forces, your feet are low with salvical the banquets. Why sleeping from self-interest, the four boats of Burma. You're at you move the swans again like a pet elephant. You feel like a good BQ motion after the doctor when I pierce the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever man as the dawn, the sparkly brings of a look at his far of mine, and peerling clearly recites the supreme praise, all the maintenance of our mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the good of the world, praise for the three realms, the brightest praise for the who worldly gods are Mars and Brahma, praising the supreme king of nations and all the wishes of beings, the prostrate as the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold up and up the holy body, claim the body that one God bless, the can hold the one God bless in the light. The generous radiant spells of this, the Holy Ghost, left in his blessed feet on the golden lotus. You're the one with the frost and red, beautiful at the full moon. Let us take our those within encompassing your faces, your radiant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you are adorned with the beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, you are like a lot of clouds. Two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth and the best of leaves. Your left breast of her, but lip skin, you wear alone your own breasts and ornaments. You are the supreme sin of lotus, if it's rather than a symbol of the lotus petal. You are the sublime glory battles and jewels, you are doing you wear a skirt with the cloth on the hips. Yet the wave one supreme wisdom gone beyond the goodness and neglected the multitude of the merit to the supreme state. The source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberated and spell holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victory in battle with Mars forces, the Peter alone with the son of the banquets, who isolates from self-interest, the forebirth of Brahma. Move the swans again like a proud elephant, yet fully completed the accumulation after the doctrine when he faced the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man and woman arises at dawn, spectrally brings up a look at his heart of mind, appealing to recites the supreme praise. All the money and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. And I prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, the praise for the favored, the one who is praised for the chief of holy gods of Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, of health and wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, containing the body, the infinite one, God of bliss, you can't hold the one God of bliss, the infinite light. Your supreme generous right hand spells of hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. The many jewels, your arms are smoothest and you have the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an slope skin, you are lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Each one is supreme stainless lotus, your abdomen is with a lotus petal, your oh you have a sublime gold belt and the jewels, you wear a skirt with you wear a skirt of with a cloth on the hips, you have the born supreme wisdom, God, the other tradition. Cloak through the mountains of the merit to the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and aging, spell of aging and disease, you're the spell liberated and spell holy deeds, those enjoying space, the supreme body being victor in battle with Mars forces. You, Peter, alone with son of the Lananku, so he seeking some self-interest, the forward the Brahma, with the swans get like a proud elephant, you've linked with the accumulation, like the doctrine, one of the fish in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman earth is adorned, as quickly brings ever look this far to mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the mundane super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms, one who is praised with the worthy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfilled the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, getting the body, the one God bless, the crown holds the one God bless, the infinite light. From the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfect, golden lotus. One with a swift, flagrant, flashing radial garland of fragrant top hair. Your face is beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You were clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful light as the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pond of lotuses, you have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with jewels, your arms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast like a hub and club skin, you are wearing earrings spread with ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, and your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. You have sublime golden bells and jewels. Your arms are your whereas skirts of the cloth on the hips, you have the able one supreme wisdom gone buried on the great ocean, you have the multitude of merit of the supreme state. So quantum bliss and spell of the inducing seas that are liberated and spell of holy nature those enduring space. Supreme embodied being in victory in battle with Mara's forces, he Peter alone with the sovereign of golden anklets, who was slipping from self-interest, the four birds of Mama. Over the swans, he had like a proud elephant, you fill like a bit of accumulation, like of the doctor, one increase in the ocean, an open ocean of water. But her men woman is the dawn, directly brings heaven, look at his heart of mind, and feeling clearly reflects the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. The prostrate to the flex of the world, you the weary of the world, praise for the three realms, you one of his praise, holy gods, Brahmins and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of ages, voices of the beings, the prostrate of the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of an olive of the body, cleansing the bodies, but no one's got to bless the crown, hold the one and God bless him, of light. The supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly alone with the golden lotus. One with flashing red garland of fragrant top hair, face is beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing you. Your body is pure, fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You are clusters of flowers, glittering pearls. You adorn the beautiful light rays of the red of dawn. Your arms are a handshake of pot of lotuses, a unit that have the color of the clouds. Your shoulders are heard many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young at the best of leaves. Your left breast like a hub on antelope skin. Your alluring orange spices and ornaments. Your left like dwell in the supreme state of lotus, they face the other minutes. Smooth as a lotus petal. Is a blind golden bed than the jewels. You do. Never wears a cloth on the hips. You the born supreme wisdom. God, me and the goodness. You collect the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the trust of constant bliss in the spell of aging and disease, the true liberator in the spell of holy deeds, those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, he Peter alone and Tadavil and Equid, so slipping from self-interest. With the four birds of Brahma, you from the swans get like a proud elephant, you have not a completed accumulation, that type of seduction, when increase in the ocean, open ocean of water. But her main woman nurses the dawn, respectfully brings every look at his heart of mine, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms, the one inspired the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, king of the bodies, and one God to bless. You can't hold the one God to bless the infinite light. Each woman generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand. Specifically known to the god on lotus, he has one of the flashing radial garland breaking top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your little like ours are exquisite and encompassing, your face is beautiful, your arms are in, encompassing your pagan body is like snow or a conch. You adorn many, yeah, adorn a cluster of flawless glittering pearls, your arms, you have adorned the beautiful lightness that could have done. Your arms are ranging upon a lotus of huge and the cloud of autumn clouds. You have, as you shoulders adorned many jewels, your palms are smooth as young and the best of leaves. Your left breast like a an antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, breath of ornament. You dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, with your abdomen, the smoothest lotus petal. You have a spun golden garden for the jewels. Your palms are smooth as young and the best of leaves. Oh, you have wear a skirt of exquisite cloth around the hips. You can be able in supreme wisdom, God beyond the great ocean, you collected a multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. The source of constant bliss in the spell of aging and disease, the true liberator in the spell of holy to those enjoying space, the supreme body being the king battle of Mara's forces. Your feet are alone in the sound of golden anklets, who are slipping from self-interest, the full birth of Burma. You move with the swan's gait like a proud elephant. You feel like a bit of the accumulation, like after the duck, one fish in the ocean, an open ocean of water. But her minnow and our sister dawn strictly brings every look at his far to mind and feeling clearly reflects the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the director of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised with the worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, and also wishes of beings that posture to the supreme protector of the three realms. All venerable holy body, containing the body of the infinite ones, God bless the crown, holds the one God bless the infinite life. Your supreme the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly pure one of God on lotus. One of the flashing ideal girl in a freaking top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. You lotus like eyes, Irish with encompassing, your face is beautiful, encompassing. Your fragrant body feel like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful light resurrect. Like the red of dawn, your arms are arranged upon a lotus, you use them the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of these. Your left breast like a financial upskin, your alluring earrings sprinkled with ornaments. You have dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, the abdomen is with this lotus petal. It's the prime gold about the jewels. You have palms your where skirts of the inclusive cloth and hips, you have the born supreme wisdom, God me and the goodish, and reflected the multitude of the merit across the supreme state. Source of contemplation, the spell of hating and disease, the church of liberation, the spell holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, he defeated alluring with the son of Galadankus, who is slipping some self-interest with the forebod the Brahma. You move the swan's gate like a proud elephant, you flick a bit of accumulation after the doctrine, one face from the ocean and milk the ocean of water. Whatever men or woman eyes is the dawn, respectively brings ever this far to mind, and peerling through their sights of supreme praise. All their mundane, super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise of the three realms. One who achieved the praise the chief worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising the supreme king and sages, fulfill the wishes of the beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. All the venerable holy body, created the bodies, the divine ones, the God of us, you can't hold the one God of us of infinite light. This from the generous right hand spells the hungry thirst the hungry ghost, left hand spells the one the golden lotus. Who under the flashing ideal garland of fragrant top pair faces beautiful like the full moon. You lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your arms are smooth, encompassing your fragrant bodies feel like snow or conch. You wear clusters of floods, glittering pearls, your your beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You still have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are dressed in many jewels. It promises smoothest thing like the best of leaves. Your left breast is like a herb on its lip skin. You wear lowering your English bracelet ornaments. Dwell on the supreme state of lotus, the other minutes with the lotus petal. The spine called the bed of the red jewels. Your were skirted with the cross on the hips. You the one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. You collected on the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and spell of aging disease, the triple liberator and dispel the holy deeds of those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, you feed her alluring the sound of the necklace. You always slipping some self-interest with the forefoot of Rama, you blew the swans gate like a proud elephant. You flick a bit of the accumulation after the doctor, money, fish, the ocean, milk, and ocean of water. Whatever men, woman, or ass is a dawn. Split beings that look at the star of mind and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All their mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. All my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, one who is praised with the chief worldly gods, Marath and Brahma, praising the supreme king and sages, fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of an life of body to within the bodies, if one God above the crown holds the one God above of infinite light. The supremely generous right hand dispels the hungry ghost, and left hand is perfect Peter, one of the golden lotus. The one of the fragrant, flashing a dildo on the fragrant top pair, faces beautiful the full moon. The lens of God's eyes quickly the compass of your pure body is pure, fragrant body is pure like snow or a punch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you don't have the beautiful light and rays at the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotus, beautiful, have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels that promise smoothing at the best of leaves. Your left breast like a hub on antelope skin, you wear layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on the supreme stainless lotus, your abdomen is with this lotus petal. You have a sublime gold belt into the jewels, you with a scrolls with the cloth on hips, you the able and supreme wisdom, calming in addition to collect to the pulp to the merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aiding the sea, the triple liberator, and the spell of holy deeds, those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle, Wismar's forces, the theater alluring himself and golden necklace, to sleeping himself, the interest for both the Brahma, who the swans get like a proud elephant, you like it, the king, mission back to the doctor, when he faced the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever men, woman, and the dumb, spectral beings have a look as far to mind and pure and clear, as the supreme praise. All the mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, one who is praised the chief worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, the prostrate supreme protector of the three realms. Holder of a noble holy body, king of the body, is the infinite one's God above, the crown holds the one God above of an infinite light. The supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger, thirst, and hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfect, kick it under the golden lotus. You one of the flashing yellow girls in a fragrant top pair. Your fair body, up here, your face is beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light rays at the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, youthful and the color of autumn clouds.
Your shoulders are done many jewels, your palms are with the sing of the best of leaves, your left breast like a turbine and top skin, you wear layering earrings, place the journal ornaments. Dwell on the supreme stainless lotus, deep as your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. It's flying gold about the twin jewels, you have swords, wear a skirt of his the cloth around the hips, you leave one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the gradation. Quote to the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of contemplation, the spell of aging disease, it's triple liberated and dispel holy deeds of those enjoying space. Supreme body being victory in battle with Mara's forces, you Peter luring the star and the golden anklets. While sleeping some self-interest, the four both of Brahma, you've moved the swan to get like a proud elephant. You're pulling a bit of the accumulation after the doctrine when they fish from the ocean and milk an ocean of water. Whatever men, woman, or is the dawn, sprinkling things have a look at his far to mind. Peeling clear, such the supreme praise, all the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the grower of the world, the praise for the three realms, the one is praise for the chief of worldly gods, the Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king and sages who held the wishes to beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of an elbow, holy body, taking the bodies of those God and blessed, the crown holds the one God blessed for infinite light. Should be generous, right hand spells like a under the hungry ghost, left hand feet on the God lotus. From the flashing yellow and a vacant hop hair, vacant, yeah, faces beautiful like the full moon. Let us guards are squinted and encompassing your freaking body is pure like snow or a conch. Your arms are you have to wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, adorned with beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged in a pot of lotuses, youthful. Have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are honey painted jewels. Your palms are smooth the sing of the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an slip skin. You wear lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Your dual on the supreme stainless lotus, because of your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. The glam glow ballad of the jewels. Your drawn comes your you wear a skirt of a cloth on the hips. You be able and supreme wisdom gone beyond the generation. You collected the multitude of merit for the supreme state. Source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease. A triple liberator and the spell of holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, if Peter alluring with the trail sound like all the anklets, who I slipping some self-interest, the forward put the Burma. With the swans like a proud elephant, you feel like a bit of the accumulation after the dogs, one face in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever men, woman, or as the dawn, respectfully brings ever look at his fire to mind, and purely and clearly recites his supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. When I prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One is praised for the chief and fully God, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the body, is in it one's gone, the blessed crown holds the one God blessed with infinite life. His from the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfect to one the golden lotus. One of the flashing at little girl in the fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like ours, are exquisite and encompassing, faces beautiful, your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch, your royal clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light as it red dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, you youthful have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned by many jewels, your palms are smooth as young the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by a slip skin, you wear lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, as if it's diminished with this lotus petal, you have freaking where skirts with the cloth on the hip. With a blind of the battle to jewels, who was skirted as with the cloth on the hips. You'll be able one supreme wisdom, God beyond the good ocean, you collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, you let us your the source of concept bliss and spell of aging and disease. There's a triple liberator and dispel holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, your feet are alluring the sound of golden anklets, you are sleeping some self-interest to the four abode to Brahma. You move the swan's gate like a proud elephant, you like a head to the accumulation like to the doctrine, one in fish, ocean, milk, and ocean water. Whatever men, woman, earth is dawn, the sparkly brings heaven, look at his heart and mind, and pure and clearly reflects his supreme praise, all the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled. This life and all future lives, all my prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised, the chief of holy gods. The Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme touch of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, teaching the body is infinite ones, God of bliss. Your crown holds the one God of bliss of an infinite light. Your swimming generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfect for all of the golden lotus. One of the flashing red yellow garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are with encompassing your face, fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You are adorned with beautiful light rising the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged in a pot of lotuses. You still have the color of autumn clouds. Uh, your two shoulders adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young and the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Dwell in the supreme stillness, lotus, the min is the smoothest lotus petal. It's bundled about the doing jewels, you're doing it. Were exquisite of the cloth and hips, he gave one supreme wisdom, God beyond the Gadish, and he collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell evading disease, or to step liberator, and the spell holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, he appeared to learn with his hand of the banquets, where slipping from self-interest and four birds of Brahma. Move the swans again like a parrot elephant, used to lick up the accumulation black of the doctor when they place me as in the milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises as the dawn, as quickly brings ever look at his heart and mind, appealing clearly recites his supreme praise. All the mundane super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised of the chief of worldly gods. The Maras and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. They prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold therefore noble holy body, containing the bodies, the hidden ones, God of bless, you can't hold the one, God of bless, the infinite life. His woman generous right hand is filled the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly head on with the golden lotus. The one with flashing yellow garland of fragrant top hair, your face is beautiful like the full moon. Your but it's like ours, always with it encompassing. Your arm, your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You have requested the flawless glittering pearls. You're adorned with beautiful light as the great dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotus, you full have the color of autumn clouds. Your two souls are drawn on many jewels. Your tongues are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by slope skin. You are adoring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stillness, lotus, and super of the many smooth as lotus petal. You wear a skirt of you have a splendid golden belt and the jewels. You wear a skirt of blue cloth on the hips. You have the able and supreme wisdom, God, and the great and you collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, you supposed to contemplate spell of aging disease, and triple liberated and dispel holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, he appeared alone in the sound of the night, so isolating himself interest to the four birth of Brahma. You move the swan's gate like a proud elephant, you completed the accumulation, look after the doctor, one increase from the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman there rises the dawn, this quickly brings ever look at far to mind and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. I want to pass you to the back of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, you one is praised holy gods of Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfill the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the noble holy body, containing the bodies, that one's God to bless, you can hold the one God to bless, with infinite light. Perfectly generous right hand is spelled the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly hid on the golden lotus. From the flashing yellow garland of fragrant top there, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. Your work was flawless glittering pearls. Your joint of beautiful as a great of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. Your will have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are not many jewels. Your palms are smooth as any of the best of leaves. Left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You are alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, as if it's your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. You have a splendid belt of the jewels. You have to wear the skirt of a clear cloth on the hips. You give born supreme wisdom, gone beyond the Gadish, and you collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Source of quantum bliss and spell of aging disease, which is super liberated and spell holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, you fear alarm and sound of the banquets, who has something to self-interest with the foreboard, the Brahma. Move the swans again like a proud elephant, you flick up with the accumulation after the doctor when they face the ocean milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises as the dawn, this perfectly brings up a look at his fire to mind and feeling clearly recites the supreme praise, all the mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. One way prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, one who is praised the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. I'm praising you, supreme king of sages, who the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold up a noble holy body, creating the bodies of infinite ones, God of bless, you crown hosts of one, God of bless, infinite light. With the generous right hand spells a hunger and thirst to the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly adorned with a golden lotus. One with a flashing yellow garland of fragrant top hair, face is beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like eyes within encompassing your pure body, fragrant body feel like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light as the red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, beautiful have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adored by many jewels, you call them from just smooth as young and the best of leaves, left breast is covered by a club skin, you wear lowering earrings, breast of ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, as you with your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal, you have a blind golden belt of jewels, Um, you were squared the physical cross from the hips, the able one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the condition, and collected multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, your source of contemplation, the spell evading disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of holy, to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you defeat or learn the sound of the anchorage, twice left himself interest, the floorboards of Roma, move the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctor, one I face from the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises the dawn, respectfully means I've looked as far to mind, appealing to the sense of supreme praise. All the mundane super mundane needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, creating the bodies of one's God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. With the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. One with the flashing yellow garland, breaking top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like ours, with it encompassing your vacant bodies feel like snow or conch. You look clusters of wondrous glittering pearls, you adorn with the beautiful light as the good of dawn, your arms ranging upon the lotuses. You beautiful have the color of autumn clouds. Your low shoulders are adorned by many jewels, your palms are smoothing as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings spiced with ornaments. You dwell on a supreme sadness lotus, as if as your abdomen is the lotus petal. You dwell I have a swan golden bed of hills. You wear the skirts of physical wealth and the hips, you have the evil one supreme wisdom gone beyond the gradation, you collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and spell evading and disease, who to liberate and dispel holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme body being victim by with forces, if you alone in the sound of little naked, so I think himself interest before both the Brahma, who the swans get like a proud elephant, like a pit at the accumulation after the doctor, when they face the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man and woman arises at dawn, as quickly being able to destroy the mind and pure and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. And I pray to protect the world, you the good of the world, praise for the hero, the one who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king and sages to fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holder of the noble holy body, king the body of the one God of bless. Crown hold the one God of bless of infinite light. His remote generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly kid on the golden lotus. You one of the flashing yellow garland, the fragrant top pair. Face is beautiful, like the full moon. Your lotus like ours are exquisite and encompassing. Your face is fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotus. Your feet will have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as seen with the best of leaves. Your left breast like a papaya and sharp skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Do not supreme sinus lotus, as if it's your abdomen. It's a smooth lotus petal. You have a skirt, you have a splendid on the bed of the jewels. You wear a skirt of a cloth and hips. You the born supreme midst of God, me and the good ocean. Collected multiple the merit acquired the supreme state, the source of contemplation, the spell of aging disease, which have liberated the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme body being victor in battle with Mars forces, you Peter learn son of Villain, twice looking from self-interest before with the Brahma. You the swans get like a proud elephant. If you look at it too much left, the doctor will appreciation, the ocean of water. But her main woman arises the dawn, instructed brings ever look at his far to mind, and pure and clearly recites the supreme praise, all eliminated for mundane needs. We fulfill this and I fulfill future lives. On our pressure to the picture of the world, you the grew the world, the praise for the three realms. One who is praise the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king and sages, the council wishes the beings are prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, who live in all holy body, clean the bodies, but all the God of you can't hold the one God of us of infinite light. You supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, you left the they obtain a spiritual kingdom the golden notice. You have one of the fashion, the yellow garland of fragrant top pair. Your face is beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like ours are exquisite and encompassing. Fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You are adorned with beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You are youthful and have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are down many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Dwell on a supreme sadness lotus. If it's your abdomen, it's as smooth as a lotus petal. If it's spangled about the red jewels, you have or skirt like with a cloth and hips. You the able one supreme wisdom, God, me God, the Garish, and collect with the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell evading disease, the triple liberated, the spell of release those enduring space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars forces, you fear alone the son of the Maker, twice beings from self interest before Buddha Brahma. The swan, they like a proud elephant. You look at the accumulation after the ducks, and the fish, the ocean, milk, and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises to dawn, the sprinkly things have eluded its heart and mind, appealing clearly recites the supreme praise, all the mundane for mundane needs be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. When I prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised by the chief of worldly gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising the supreme king of sages and who wishes the beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holding the noble holy body, containing the bodies, the good ones, gone of bliss. Crown holds the one gone of bliss of infinite light. Supremely generous right hand has spilled the hunger and thirst to the hungry ghost, left hand has perfectly one that golden lotus. So, yeah. Yours, you're the one of flashing yet yellow garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful with the full moon. Your lotus-like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Fragrant bodies pure like snow or conch. Your wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You're adorned with the good light red, the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pond of lotuses. You have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your charms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an sloped skin. You wear alluring your hands, bracelets, and ornaments. You lower and are supreme. Seamless lotus, your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. Spangled about with one jewels, you have squares of Kosovo and hips, you the able one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the Ganesh, and you collective multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of consequence, the failure of age, you can disease, the triple liberated, and spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, you Peter alluring with the sound of golden anklets. You reflecting some self-interest, the full Buddha Brahma, you move the swan's game like a proud elephant, you have fully capitulated the accumulation back into the doctrine when you place in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever middle Luminaris has done, this proclaiming brings up luminous heart of mine, and pure like clear sights of supreme praise. All the mundane needs and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. Oh my, prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praised for the three realms. The one who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holder of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite ones gone to bliss. Your crown holds the one gone to bliss with infinite light. Is the living generous right hand that spells the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. One of flashing ideal the garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus-like eyes are exquisite encompassing your face. Fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light rays like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You look youthful, have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned by many jewels. Your true palms are smooth as any of the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an sloped skin. You wear alluring rings, bracelets, and ornaments. You are well in the supreme stainless lotus. The surface of your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You have a sublime golden belt and one jewels. Your palms are smooth as young at the best of leaves. Oh, you wear a skirt of cloth from the hips. You the able one supreme wisdom gone beyond the great ocean. Selected a multitude from merit for the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the speller of aging and disease, the super liberator. Spell a holy deed to those enjoying space, the supreme body being victor in battle with Mara's forces, you Peter alluring. The sound of golden anklets, who I sleeping some self-interest with the forebutt the Brahma, with the swan's gate like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation after the duct, one embrace in the ocean, the ocean of water. But if men and woman are as the dawn, the sprinkly brings up a look at his heart of mine, and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the money and super mundane needs will be fulfilled, this life and all future lives. Compassionate eyed one, who is the treasure of compassion. I request you, please listen to me. Please guide my soul
mothers and fathers, in all six realms to be free twiggling from the great ocean of samsara. Request that the vast and profound feelings awakening mind may grow with the deer of your great compassion. Please cleanse all karmas and illusions. Please lead with your hand of compassion me and my greater soul fields of bliss. Om Amitabha ancient raising in all my life the virtuous friend. So will the undescend of pure path and quickly blaze us in Buddha's day. The bathhouse has an extremely sweet fragrance, a crystal floor, and beautiful, sparkling jeweled pillars. The roof is covered by a canopy decorated with shining pearls. Just as the gods offered a bath at the time of the Buddha's birth, so do I offer a bath with the pure water of the gods. By offering ablution to the protector of Avalokiteshvara, the lamp of my gate is a stream of fragrant nectar. May all saying to the two obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the sin as three bodies. Om Zavada Gadari Lukas Vada Zabari Vada the offering and ablution to the Gurus and Idams, lamp of my good, stream of fragrant nectar. May all the sins of the two obscurations of my goodness be cleansed. May there be the good fortune to acquire the same as three bodies. Om Zavada Gadari Lukas Vada Zabari Vada Vijikada Samaya Jriya. Offering and ablution to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, lamp of my greatest, the stream of fragrant nectar. May all the sins of the obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the same as three bodies. Om Zavada Gadari Lukas Vada Zabari Vada Vijikada Samaya Jriya. Offering and ablution to the hearers and solitary realizers, lamp of my greatest, the stream of fragrant nectar. May all the sins of the two obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the same as three bodies. Om Zavada Gadari Lukas Vada Zabari Vada Vijikada Samaya Jriya. Offering and ablution to the Dakas and Dakinis, lamp of my creators, the stream of fragrant nectar. May all the sins of two obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the same as three bodies. Om Sarvata Dagadaya Lupishvara Sapari Valavi Shikita Samaya Jriya. Offering and ablution to the Dharma protectors, lamp of my creators, the stream of fragrant nectar. May all the sins of the two obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the same as three bodies. Om Valavi Shikita Samaya Jriya. The Radhagaras and their sons, with many jeweled vases exquisitely filled with pleasing perfume and accompanied by a variety of songs and music, are for this bath. Om Zavata Dagada Arya Lokisvara Zapari Vada Vishikada Samaya. and dry your holy bodies with comparable clean silk cloths. Om Om Ram Riyam Zavadadagadai Vishvarasabari Varavarishvaranai Soha. To purify my mind and offer an exquisite precious garment, multicolored like Indra's variegated bow, which when touched becomes the cause of bliss. May it be adorned with the holy garment of patience. Zavadavashtayam Soha. Because the victorious ones are adorned with the natural ornaments, the marks and signs. We don't need any other kind of ornaments. Offering them these supreme precious ornaments, may all mighty beings achieve this holy body adorned with the marks and signs. Om Bharavashtayam Soha. Offering this suspicious vase, beautified by jewels and filled via various essences, may all the stains of karma and illusion be purified and be imbued with moisture bodhicitta. Vara Alangara Vabhajaniyam Soha. Out of your loving compassion for myself and my good beings, O Bhagavan, please remain through the forces of miraculous manifestations, as long as we continue to make offerings. Due to these virtuous actions of mine, may I become a Buddha in this world, and give Dharma teachings in order to benefit migrators, free sentient beings who are tormented by many sufferings. And all my rebirths may belong to a good family, be clear in mind and free of pride, great compassion, respect for my gurus, and abide in the pleasures of Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara, whatever your body, your originally lifespan, realm, and so forth. Whatever your supreme and excellent name, and others become only like that. With the force of the praises and requests made to you, may all those evil spirits, poverty, and quarrels be calmed. May the Dharma and good fortune increase in the region of others dwell. The precious mind of Bodhicitta that rise and grow, that has in it omnipotence, but increase more and more. Om Padma Sarva Samaya Manabalaya Sarvadiri Vidira Dira Baba Jana Baba Dubakara Mara Baba Rajari Badu Dharma Samedina Maha Bhagavan Nagada Parmana Maya Om Padma Sarva Samaya Manabalaya Sarvadiri Dira Baba Jana Baba Dubakara Mara Baba Rajari Badu Dharma Samedina Maha Bhagavan Nagada Parmana Maya Om Bhadravadravadamaya Manavadaya Madhakadavidividididididadiram Bhava Durganam Bhava Dubhagaramararadam Bhava Rajirivadanagamazadame Dirimiravaram Ho Bhagavan Savarhatakada Paramanamudabhamaya Madhava. O greatly compassionate Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. Since we are beginners and the influence of drowsiness and excessive excitement, our concentration has not been clear, our mantra has been incorrect, we made omissions in the ritualism and complete and so on. I request you to greatly and like compassion once and forgive us, please allow these to obscure us. Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme 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 Om Mani Padme Hum The principle, the great compassionate one and his retinue come to the space in front. White nectar flows from the parts of the holy bodies, washing all the outside into the natal of one's body, purifying all the diseases, evil spirits, negativities, and obscurations of one's three doors. And meditate on the divine pride of oneself as the Samaya being the great compassionate one. Due to these merits may quickly become the great compassionate one. They saw my good beings without exception in that very state. May the precious supreme bodhicitta not yet born arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more. Samsara and nirvana are like even an atom of inherent existence, and cause and effect, independent arising or betraying. I seek your blessings to discern the meanings of Nagarjuna's thought. These two are mutually complementary, not contradictory. However many six-sided beings there are, may they could be freed from all sicknesses. May all the sicknesses, without exception of transmigrate beings, never occur again. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. Who completed the qualities of the grounds and paths, may quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. With the force of the victorious one, Sankapa acting as a direct Maha and a virtuous friend in all our lives. And may they return away even for a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones. Like the earth, water, fire, and wind, medicines and wood in the forest, may I always be enjoyed by all sentient beings as they like without resistance. May I hold sentient beings as precious as my life. May I hold them as more precious than myself. May all their negative karmas ripen upon me, and may all my virtue ripen on them. As long as any sentient being has not been liberated from samsara, may I be added samsara to help them, even though I achieve highest enlightenment. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty, existing from its own side. Yet all sentient beings will completely empty, existing from their own side. That state is completely exempt, existing from its own side, by myself alone, existing from my own side. I have only dedicated all these virtues to be able to train, just like the hero Manjushri knows reality as it is, just like Samadhi as well. I follow to get all merits of virtue, for the dedication praise the best, all the abundant victorious ones with free time, so that they have good conduct. While appearances, sounds, and the one who is which is knowing, being the deity, the mantra, the Dharmakaya, manifest the enlightened expectation of holy bodies and of the wisdom, and the mind become one taste in the drop of the holy mind, and inseparable from the practice.